Yeah. Eat 'em up, yum yum. Eat 'em up, yum yum. Yo, what up, fam? It's your boy JC, the Hip Hop Junkie. Vinyl Beats and Eats with pretty much our second to last episode for this season. We're closing it out, you know. Food, guest, you already know. We have to talk about the food. And fam, you already know a taco spot already. Hooker Taco. Taco El Poblano. I had to tell our guests and brief them up of, you know, the spot we go to. Entertaining when you go and pick up there. So you know, with that being said, allow me to introduce our guest today, DJ K-Bandit.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you for coming through. Before we get into this, got to eat the tacos. let everybody pretty much knows, but they want to know what you know. So set myself up right here. They're not shy with the guacamole, I'll tell you that.
Right? That's always a good thing.
Yeah. So tacos?
Oh, they're fire, bro.
See, fam? Why do you think I don't go anywhere else? Why would I go anywhere else? That old saying goes, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Yeah, these tortillas are very authentic.
Yeah,
it tastes really good.
Homemade tortillas.
Yeah, for sure.
So that shit goes a long way too, man. So K-Bandit, man, how you been? How's everything?
Good, man. You know, just constantly busy. You know, doing my thing, and
that's
you know,
good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I hear. You know, but you know, I still feel like there's some more stuff I could do out there, but there's just so much time, you know what I mean?
And that's time is everything, man.
And you know, as an adult, you know, you got family time, and then
gotta work.
And then you gotta do your exactly.
Gotta work, man. Those motherfucking bills don't go away. They stay right there.
No,
man.
They don't.
It seems like you fucking getting there, and next thing you know, shit hits you again, man.
Yeah, you're never able to catch up. It's like you get close and then boom.
Yeah, right. So yeah, man, I checked out your Instagram, you know, and man, I see you're busy, you're active.
Yeah.
You're active, man. What you got going on?
Like, I do this monthly thing at a bar in Azusa called Callahans. Been about a year. I've been busy with that, and you know, in between doing that, you know, I you know, people constantly, you know, hitting me up to, you know, play at gigs and asking if I'm available, you know, and I can never say no, you know. It's like
why would you?
I don't know if that's good or bad, but you know, I'm always yes to everything, you know. And
it could go either way, you know. Sometimes you're really booked and you don't get that me time.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, family, you got to still make time for that, you know. But nah, I mean, that's still a good thing, man. Hey, you got to look at it this way. If they're hitting you up left and right, that's a good thing. You're hot. You know? They know about you. They know about your work and everything. Though, shit, that's a good thing, man.
Yeah, and I kind of try to stay open, like with the genres, you know, like you know, hip hop, you know, house, freestyle, you know, because I think that opens more doors, you know, being you know, not so selective and just.
You're a DJ.
Yeah.
You're a DJ. You're a music man. You shouldn't be just basically one genre.
Yeah.
You should be, you know, open to all, you know, most DJs are, so, you know. But, yeah, I mean, that's a given right there. The spot that you're doing in Azusa, what kind of joint is it?
It's a dive bar. Used to be a biker bar, and they're trying to change that up a little bit and have bands, and then, you know, they have DJs like myself, or they have a karaoke night. So I guess they were closed, and they opened back up, you know, about a year ago. And I just jumped on it, you know what I mean? I was like, I saw the opportunity and I hit them up, and it's been, you know, steady for a whole year now, going over a year. So I think that's good.
That's a check.
Yeah.
That's a check, man. That's fucking job security right there.
Yeah. And they kind of wanted me there every weekend, and like we just said, you know, time. I just like, I can't do it every weekend, but you know, I do as much as I can, you know.
Right.
So it's been good. Been good so far.
So you, I noticed that I saw that you're out in Dina.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Dina or?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been in Pasadena since I was a kid.
So did you go to Muir?
I went to Pasadena High School.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of my friends went to Muir,
Uh-huh.
and we were actually from a party crew back in the day, and it was kind of funny. I was at PHS Pasadena High School, and all my other friends were at John Muir High School. So
right.
it was cool, you know.
You said party crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you were fucking around back then. Man.
Yeah.
You're dabbling in that shit, man. That is party crew. Okay, so like what kind of era was this? Is like the house?
Yeah, house parties
Uh-huh.
and
Like house music, rave type of thing.
Yeah, house music in the beginning, and then
like old school.
It was like house music, but I remember when it was coming out, when we were doing that type of stuff, the hip hop was there too. It just
Right.
It was just wasn't popular yet in the house party scene, but after a while it just became the norm. House music, hip hop, all together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because my people's my boy, that's like my homie, that's my rider right there. He's from Pasadena, and other good friend of mine from up there. So DJ Broadway. He did a lot of stuff with like Alcoholics, Exhibit and stuff like that, and then also too MC Random.
Okay.
They're from the Dina area, so I'm real familiar. I'm familiar with the Dina area because of them, and they're always telling me, Dina, man, Dina. But yeah, so you being the house scene, so you were like on that old fucking meet me at the corner for the fucking for the flyer,
flyers,
the
maps,
yeah.
The map points, It was a trip because I think I was about, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11, and I got influenced from my uncle, and he was a big time promoter throwing parties. And so I remember going with him. This is back in the day when you could ride in the back of a pickup truck, and I'd be in the back with the box of flyers, and we'd pull up to like Save On back in the day, the parking lot, or McDonald's or wherever it was, and we'd just throw all the flyers out there. You know what I mean, for the party that would be going on either that day or the next day. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. You said, fam, he said riding in the back of a fucking truck. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that shit, but I know a lot of y'all can't. Yeah, that was some shit right there. But yeah, that's basically how it was. You fucking got put onto the spot where you to go and get the flyer or any information for the spot, man. So a lot of warehouses and shit like that.
Yeah.
Abandoned houses and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first abandoned warehouse I went to, warehouse party, was San Fernando, and I was still young too. I think I was like 12 years old, and I've always had friends that are older than me, so I was hanging out with them, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you come hang out?" You know what I mean?
Right.
I went and did that, and like ever since then, I would go and see, like, first thing I would do is go watch the DJ and like see what he's doing, and like, wow, this guy's like really moving the crowd and crowd controlling, that type of stuff. So that really influenced me to be like, oh man, I think I want to be a DJ. So I would go home and listen to K-Day or even Power 106 and record the
K-Day, this guy right said K-Day.
I would record the mixes, and then like I didn't know how to mix them, but I would just like, I'm gonna figure out how to do this. And then I think I went to the thrift store and found like a Technique. It wasn't a 1200. I can't remember which one it was, but I got that in a tape deck, and I used to press play on the tape deck and then try to mimic the scratching, and that's kind of how and then I kind of got the ear to like the sound, and I'm like, okay, that's how you do it. So this sound has to match that. And then once I figured it out, bro, it was just like riding a bike. I never stopped doing it.
Right,
it's
like just like fucking pre-fucking YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because like on fucking YouTube, you go on YouTube and you fucking learn any fucking thing out that.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, you had to fucking do it from on the grind, and fucking like you said, going on K-Day, listening and fucking mimicking it. You said K-Day. We had Tony G on.
I saw that, yeah.
And then that's the guy.
That guy's a legend, man.
Fucking,
you know what I mean?
That's our cool Herc of the West Coast.
Oh yeah, like he's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Dope guy, man. Really fucking good guy.
Humble too, you know. I had the chance to meet him a few times, and he's really cool dude.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Fucking down to earth, man. Real down to earth, man. Yeah. So eventually, you started. You said like hip hop was on the, you know, in between and everything like that. Eventually, you started picking up. I want to know though, who were your influences as far as, was it your like you said your was it your uncle, your cousin?
My uncle, yeah. And I remember, you know, going to these parties too, and what really intrigued me is there was breakdancers back then.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
And that really influenced me, because I'm like, wow, that's another aspect that I was intrigued by. I would go to the circle and these guys are breakdancing, and I find myself, you know, going home and finding a piece of cardboard and trying to mimic the same things I saw, even though I wasn't that good back then. I still tried, you know, and it was, you know, exciting time for myself growing up, like just going through all that and being influenced. And I think the group that caught my attention back then was X Clan.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I went to a
Sissy.
Yeah. I went to there was a little shop that would sell mixtapes and they didn't have CDs back then, I don't think, but it was like, you know, all mixtapes, and I you know, there was all these tapes, and I X Clan, I'm like, I saw it and I'm like, how much for the tape? And they're like, I think it was like $8 or some shit. Grabbed it, took it home, and just played that thing nonstop, back and forth, you know what I mean? Until I think I played it so much, even, you know, the writing on it came off.
Nah, man. You know, like you're saying, going back and getting tapes and stuff like that. You know what, man? I think this time and this era right now needs that feel of being able to go and get a CD or a tape or something like that, instead of just out at the palm of your hand. I saw this interview with Scarface, and he's talking about the streaming and everything. Like, you got to get 1 million streams or something like that in order to get like just 4 racks.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know, and then he was talking about like how now it's like a lot of people won't go through the whole album.
Yeah, they
just what song they, you know, with certain song, whereas back then you had the whole tape and you listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I think, you know, me personally, like I said, that somewhat needs to come back, some type of feel like that, instead of just being able to. But also get, you know, today's day and age, this is where we're at, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, this is pretty much how it's done though. But
yeah, I think that's the fun part of it, you know, like going out, you know, to the store and, you know, checking it out, you know, maybe buy a few.
No, you pull out the sleeve and you read everything on there, like shout outs, the fucking produced it and everything like that.
And the artwork too used to be fucking dope.
Yeah,
you know?
That shit was it, man. That shit was it. DJing, like you said, talking about DJing and learning the move and the crowd and everything like that. A lot of people don't realize that it takes a lot to be a DJ. They think you just go on there and spin. Like, there's a lot of things you have to be checking for. You got to be checking for the crowd that you're in, and you got to make sure what's like you said, moving the crowd.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of people don't realize that shit.
And also, I think like the venue too. You know, like, you know, I've gone to several places, and you know, I've you know, one DJ's like just not reading, and he's like, you know, he's playing some music that shouldn't be for that venue. You know what I mean? And that's you know.
That's very important.
I know that's a learning curve for everyone, but like I think that's probably the thing. If you're going to be doing like these kind of like mobile gigs and playing out like that, you should kind of do your research and, you know.
Yeah. Or even when you walk into the place, like take a little step back and just kind of see how it is and what's going on. Because usually the first DJ that's up there kind of gives you a feel of it.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're the first DJ, but you know, I mean, with experience, you pretty much be able to get it and start reading it and everything. But
yeah,
nah, I totally agree with that, man. Yo, so, but yeah, man. I mean, that whole thing about you know, the DJ part of it, you know, as far as knowing and everything like that. Yeah, that's very important, man.
Yeah, and I'm never gonna say I'm the best. I'm always learning. You know what I mean? There's always something to learn in this craft. And, you know, I think practice, you know, some people, you know, you gotta practice as much as you want to go. People want to go live and, you know, do these certain things. I think practice is the key.
I want to give me your 3 top DJs.
Oh wow.
I would say 5, but 3.
The one that stands out to me that I'm always amazed when I see him play is Scratch Bastard. Man, that guy, he has an insane amount of vinyl, you know, and like the way he just transitions and he just makes it look so smooth.
Yeah, Scratch Bastard is something else, man.
And the other DJ I like to watch is Craze. Okay. Craze is pretty dope. And the third one.
You got Scratch Bastard and you got Craze.
Third one, man. My mentor, Mike Flores, like you know, that dude, you know, was opening the doors back in the day, you know, on the radio, and even back then, you know, it's crazy to hear his mixes, but like he would be able to play any genre, any song, you know, there was, you know, whether it was high energy or hip hop, to freestyle, to old school, is just like, right. And you know, that to me is like the ultimate goal when you're DJing, you know, just to be able to transition through that. And I just get amazed when I hear his mixes. I'm like, wow. And you know, we're talking about back in 95, 94 when, you know, you didn't have YouTube, so you couldn't really see. You just had to use your ears and listen.
Yeah, you did. You just had your ear. So you got Scratch Bastard, you got Craze, and then you got
Mike Flores.
Okay. I mean, shit. I ain't mad at the two. Don't know who Mike Flores is, but obviously, you know, he was good enough to get you going and to be able to, you know, make you feel the way, you know, you feel about as far as him DJing and shit. So
yeah, his style, like I said, it was just like, you know, he was just mixing everything, and I'm just like, wow, that's cool, you know, like one day you know, back in the day, I'm like, one day I'll get to that level, you know.
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, K-Bandit, like I said, man, I just wanted you to come out, hang out, eat some food, talk some music shit, you know, and also get, you know, our audience and our viewers to, you know, see you and get to know you, and you know, like one day, you know, just pull up where you're at and check you out and see what you're about, you know.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Appreciate you coming through.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the invite.
Oh, no doubt. Like I said, I checked you out on your page and everything. I saw that you were following too, and I'm just like, man, I gotta check this guy out. And man, you out there, man. You're doing it. Mad respect to you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yo, fam, you already know this is that part of the show, you know, where we're gonna go into the second part. I have to say it all the time, been saying it for past 3 years, you know, 2-part segment, interview on YouTube, and performance on Instagram stories. Yeah, so, you know, that link right there, hit that link right there. It'll take you over to Instagram. If not, type it in, Vinyl Beats and Eats. We're about to be blessed right now. We're about to hear some shit right now from DJ K-Bandit, all the way from Dina. You know, hanging in there doing his thing. But yeah, man, so hit like, subscribe, comment, keep it positive, hit that bell. Go get something in, go to the bathroom, go get something to drink, something to eat, roll one up. Because we about to be back right now with DJ K-Bandit. It's your boy JC, the hip hop junkie, Vinyl Beats and Eats. Again, K-Bandit. One love. Yeah.